Hello, I'm Pastor Aaron. Welcome to Redeemer Lutheran's midweek devotion. Thanks for joining us, watching us this week. A few nights ago, I went out for crawfish because crawfish are now in season. There's a crawfish season. It runs from about March to the first part of June, and after that, it's probably not good to be eating crawfish. Of course, there's oyster season, and my wife assures me that's any month with the letter R in it, but we always let the first and last one sort of slide because the waters get a little warm by then. But the best ones come in the cold months like January, February. So we're kind of coming to an end of oyster season. And if you live in other parts of the country, perhaps you have fruit seasons, right? Apples in the fall, citrus here in South Texas in the winter, and then we get berries of all kinds through the spring and early summer. And because of our global economy, your suppliers and grocers are able to bring some of those seasonal things up from other countries so that you can have them all year round. But if you're going to shop local, we have seasons, don't we? Well, we even have seasons in the church year. You probably knew that if you attend a church that follows some kind of liturgical worship. A few weeks ago, we were green for the season of Epiphany, and then we went white for Transfiguration Sunday, and now we're in the season of Lent, which is purple or sometimes black. You might think, well, why should the church have seasons? Isn't God's message of forgiveness and the assurance of Christ's resurrection the same all year round? Well, it is. You're absolutely right. We have those wonderful promises that though the seasons change, our God never does. His mercies are new to us every morning. He tells us Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. God says, I, the Lord, do not change. So our God is changeless. So that means His promises to us, His forgiveness to us, our salvation never changes. It depends on our God alone. And we're very thankful for that. So in the seasons of the church year that we celebrate, it's not that we're observing things that, for example, in Lent, forgiveness is only available in Lent. That's not the point of it. But it's just a time for us to focus specifically on the things that Jesus allowed to have happen to Himself to win our salvation. But you might be aware that's a message we preach every week because it is the gospel. In fact, every Sunday is a celebration of the resurrection. The early Christians in their Christian freedom said, hey, what a better day to get together for worship than on the day Jesus rose from the dead, a Sunday. And that was also the day of Pentecost 50 days later. So it's a great celebration both of Jesus' resurrection and of the birthday of the church. And you might be interested to know it's for that reason that Sundays are not counted in the 40 days of Lent. So in those 6 weeks before, we don't count Sundays because those are always a celebration of Christ's resurrection and the Pentecost. So yeah, we have different seasons in the church as we follow through the life of Christ and focus on that. And then as we see how Christ lives in us, perfectly acceptable to do that. But there are churches who don't, and that's perfectly acceptable too. Because what I want you to remember this week is that our God never changes. Not with the seasons, not with anything else. He remains true to Himself. He remains the same yesterday, today, and forever. His words and promises to you are just as certain yesterday as they are today as they will be tomorrow. May that give you peace today and the rest of the week. Have a great week.